Democratic Congresswoman Rashida Tlaib of Michigan is not endorsing Joe Biden. Democratic Congresswoman not endorsing Joe Biden. Now, let me tell you why you shouldn't care. This doesn't matter. And in fact, why you should actually respect Rashida Tlaib for this. First, here's the story here. Tlaib joins progressive pushback, refuses to endorse Joe Biden. Maybe I'll grab a couple of quotes here. In an interview with Newsweek on Monday, Tlaib, a Democratic representative from Michigan and Sanders' acolyte, said she was focused on delivering the battleground state for Biden, but will not endorse him because it will supposedly cause arguments with constituents in her district where she is facing a tough primary challenge. Quote, residents come up to me and say, Rashida, I don't know. I hear Joe Biden this, Joe Biden that. I say, listen, do we need another 4 years of Trump? No. Then what I need you to do is go out there and focus on that, the Muslim congresswoman said. Quote, if the ultimate goal is to get rid of Donald Trump, that doesn't have to involve me actually endorsing Biden, she continued. My constituents don't need to be bogged down in, is he the best candidate? That's not what you have to convince my residents. They need to come out in droves and be inspired by something, and that is going to be a vote against Donald Trump. She's nailed it. Now, I've discussed this in other videos now. My focus, or the way I've been communicating this is, who would you rather fight? Do you rather fight Donald Trump or would you rather fight Joe Biden? Donald Trump, neo-fascist, leading towards fascism. Joe Biden, Democrats, they're garbage, absolutely, but their goal is not fascism. So I rather fight Joe Biden. I think it's not even just more enjoyable, but also potentially more fruitful. Not saying you're going to have big wins, not guaranteeing anything, but absolutely, in terms of who would you rather fight, I'd rather fight someone as weak as Joe Biden than somebody as dangerous as Donald Trump. That's just me. But Rashida Tlaib making the case here that, look, she's not able to honestly sell her constituents on Joe Biden. Showing you as well how honest of a politician she is. I mean, conservatives should see this story and understand this is an honest politician. This is somebody in the Democratic Party who is not willing to endorse Joe Biden. I would think that this should even stand out to conservative voters and maybe make them rethink what they initially thought about Rashida Tlaib. Because here you have somebody who is representing her district. Her district doesn't like Donald Trump, obviously, but also doesn't like Joe Biden. And she's not going to try and pretend to sell them on Joe Biden. She's just discussing how, look, the goal here is to get rid of Trump. Yes, Biden is horrible. She can't disagree with that. She knows it's true. So the focus here is getting rid of Trump and then focusing the fight on Biden, which also shows you, by the way, what kind of fighter you will have in Congress if Joe Biden's the president. You're going to have at least several members of Congress be actively vocal against a Biden president, against a Biden White House. And they're going to be fighting for people. They're going to be demanding more of their colleagues, of their peers in the Democratic caucus, because they're going to have the White House, again, assuming Biden wins, but they'd have the White House, potentially have the Senate, have the House, and people are going to expect more from the Democratic Party, especially if you have people like Rashida Tlaib out there in public on television, telling the voters, telling people at home that you should be expecting more out of Joe Biden. That's only going to add to the energy to movements against Joe Biden. That's what I'm looking forward to. I don't know about you, but I'm tired of Donald Trump. I'm done. Not even just in terms of course, in terms of, how dangerous he is, but also just in terms of the news cycle. Like, don't you want to get Donald Trump out of here so we can focus on actual shit? Aren't you tired of hearing about Donald Trump and his bullshit every goddamn day? Just on that alone, if you care about an actual progressive fight, an actual fight for big issues, an actual fight to help people, fight for issues like Medicare for all, canceling student debt, free public college, ending the wars, whatever it is, you can't have that fight right now. That debate is not being had because Donald Trump's taking up the airwaves. So you get him out of the White House, off the goddamn airwaves, and get to focus on an actual fight, hopefully with Biden in the White House, you have that fight, you put that fight to him, and you have people in Congress like Rashida Tlaib leading the charge against Joe Biden.